of transport of carbon dioxide, we have carbon dioxide produced in Krebs cycle, in the matrix of the mitochondria, as part of aerobic respiration, and then that diffuses out of the matrix, through the cytoplasm, out of the cell, across the squamous epithelium, and then finally into the water that's around the red blood cells, which is the plasma. Now the carbon dioxide diffuses into the red blood cell, and the carbon dioxide at that point joins with water, and this is driven by the enzyme called Carbonic Anydrase to form carbonic acid. So this is, I'll put Ca, this is carbonic anhydrase, and this forms carbonic acid. And then that dissociates, into hydrogen carbonate ions, HCO3 minus, and into hydrogen ions. Now, these hydrogen carbonate ions, this one's here, these then diffuse out because they're being made. So there's more of them because they're being made, so they then diffuse out. Now these are negatively charged, so they have to be balanced by chloride ions diffusing in. And the chloride ions just come from salts that's dissociated in your blood plasma. So it just diffuses out of that into the red blood cell. Now, these hydrogen carbonate ions, because they're being made, they diffuse out. Because there's a higher concentration inside than outside, so it's just diffused straight out. That means that this carbonic acid keeps on being made, because that's because of the equilibriums that way. So the carbon dioxide keeps coming in, because carbon dioxide keeps being turned into carbonic acid. Now the next thing to keep your eye on is that this hydrogen ions, that joins with oxyhemoglobin, or call it O8 because we say that it's fully saturated, it's carrying the 4 hemoglobin, so it's HB4O2. That joins with it, and that produces hemagglutinic acid, and then that causes this oxygen to come out off. So these 4 oxygens that have dissociated from the hemagglutinic acid, from the oxyhemoglobin, they go into the mitochondria, and once they're into the mitochondria, they're going to join with hydrogens and electrons to produce, obviously, water at the end point of aerobic respiration on the inner mitochondrial membrane. Now this process is completely reversible. So in the tissues you've got high concentration of carbon dioxide and low concentration of oxygen. In the lung alveoli you've got a higher concentration of oxygen because you've got the replenishment of the oxygen by the fresh air that's coming in, and that replenishment is occurring because of you breathing in and out. And then so all of this process is reversed. So the carbon dioxide will come out and come out of solution, and you breathe it out because it will then diffuse across the alveolar membrane and into the alveoli, and then you'll breathe it out. The oxygen will come in and associate with the hemoglobin. The hydrogen ions will associate with the hydrogen carbonate which is coming in, and that hydrogen carbonate will be turned back into carbon dioxide because there's more of it. Because remember, the enzymes work both ways, and depending on which way the equilibrium is. Yes. So this process and the carbonic anhydrase, when you have lots of carbon dioxide and little oxygen, it produces the carbonic acid and the hydrogen carbonate. When you have lots of oxygen and little carbon dioxide, it produces the carbon dioxide which you then breathe out.